Alright, hello and welcome to another match, Napoleon Total War. This one is a replay. Um, I'm playing on Prussian Hills. I'm playing as Great Britain, whereas my opponent is playing as France. Now, this was supposed to be no art, max 5 light game, but you'll see my opponent elected to bring two of these rocket troops. And you know what? That's okay. He said he didn't see the name of the game, and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on this one. I mean, he only brought two. If he wanted to be an asshole, he could have brought, like, 5, 6 of them, whatever. And he doesn't just completely camp. So, yeah. I guess the initial things in the battle here, I need to start moving up toward the hill, as do I. Oh, let's see all those rockets hit, at least. So, oh, here they go. Not a huge deal. But anyway, so my build, I've got 3 Dragoons, the 10th Hussars, regular General Staff, standard, 5 lights, the 2 King's German and the 3 regular, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 foot, one of which is a Highlander, and I've got Fencibles, who I kind of forget about for a bit. So you can see my plan here, and remember how important it is to always have a plan, is I'm pushing up into these woods to try to assault this hill where I'm going to kind of make my main push. But then I'm also kind of going to try to go around here. You see he has no cav, which is France. Oh, and he brought Napoleon. So yeah, let's go over his build. Okay, let's pause it for a sec while we do that. Probably should have done it earlier. So he's got those 2 rockets as mentioned. He's got Napoleon. He's got 3 Young Guard over here. Another Young Guard in the middle. He's got 1, 2, 3 Old Guard, Dutch Grenadiers. Guard Seamen. Oh, a total of 5 Young Guard. Okay. So 5 Young Guard, like he doesn't have a very big army. And that ends up being very important. Meanwhile, yeah, I mean, he's shelling my troops pretty well. He's not general sniping. When you see here, I've remembered finally my principles. I'm trying to move them up. And here, I'm thinking to see if I can try to get an early take on the hill, but he's been running his guys all the way. And actually, that's also another thing. So now they're quite tired, right? Now really what I should have done is just moved my cav way around and taken out these rockets quite early. Here, I'll try to do this. I have some shots to just go into the hill. Yeah, see now he's got these Old Guard, but they're very tired. Right? I've got my lights mostly in the woods. And I've got my Fencibles out in front. Again, in the woods. And I just figure he doesn't have any lights at all, so I'll be happy to skirmish him, and I just kind of creep my lights up a little bit until they can start shooting. But, see, the hill, they really don't have very good shots from here. There's no line of sight. They try to shoot, but they're not really doing anything. But to his credit, he does decide to try to, he's taking the hill and then he's going to move down. So I'm also going to talk a little bit about his formation here. Like, he's got a bunch of really backed up guys, which with the hill is okay. But that's only going to work if he does actually come down a bit. Otherwise, he'll be shooting his guys in the back. So yeah, now he tries to make this advance here, which is great. And that's the thing, like, he should either have lights here or at least a meat shield. No, he has these Young Guard just sit here. I end up moving my own units, spread out, and was ready to kind of face him. I mean, while you do see me swinging out my cav wide here, but he runs his guard seamen back to protect his artillery. And here you see I'm gonna get some good enfilade fire. Like, my guys are afraid of the old guard, but they have this wonderful flanking shots here. Really what I should have done, probably, is come in even closer, like here, and just really devastated him. Meanwhile, I'm bringing my foot around here. They're running a bit, they're tired. When I see that I'm definitely not gonna get the artillery, I bring these guys around. I charge these dragoons at his old guard
Our men are running, sir.
to disrupt them. He doesn't manage to form square. So these guys, and look, like these guards, they're really hurting already. Just from having to fight my my lights. And you can see, like, I'm not even really protecting my lights. I don't need to. He doesn't have cav. And now he could try to advance here, but they're kind of bottlenecked up. Like, my my lines will get much better fire than theirs will, so they can spread out. Try to run my dragoons through his infantry to get at Napoleon, but that doesn't really work out. That does take a bunch of his men off of the line, though, as they try to deal with it. And meanwhile, these foot have some sort of problem where, like, they don't really get into place properly for a while, but that's okay. But here, yeah, I move my guys up a little bit more, try to get better shots. This battle is quite laggy for me, and I'm wondering if the rockets have to do with that. Oh yeah, so here, he moved in his grenadiers, charged them with my 10th Hussars, while finally these guys get into a position where they'll start firing. And again, he doesn't form a square. Not sure if this guy has slow reflexes, or just doesn't know you're supposed to form square. But that's okay, like, ultimately, yep, and managed to rout them. And here I was gonna pull my cav back, but I realized he was leaving Napoleon completely open. So I charged Napoleon with my hussars. And he tries to run through his line. Napoleon doesn't make it out on time for one, but even if he had, that would just expose him to fire from my lights. And as soon as Napoleon's dead, like, I make sure to charge my cav into that guard. I really, really want to keep up the fire here. And I bring these foot in, like, try to get some flanking fire. Unfortunately, it's got to deal with the ridge here, but yeah, you can see at this point there's not much interesting part left in the battle. I'm just gonna get you some beautiful, close-up shots. We've got that here. Honestly, at this point, I should have gone ahead and pushed these guys up. Kind of watch the scale of the battle. I think those shots are quite fun. You see here, like, his center is completely broken. Watch my guy. Let's try to get off those shots. Good job. Good job, Highland Foot not running away. That's what their real advantage is over regular foot. And so at this point, like, if I would have been up here, I'm gonna go ahead and just fast forward through the rest of the battle. He runs here, like, I could have pursued him better. I'm gonna go ahead and have these cav, just charge in at him.
Our men are running, sir.
Trying to tie him up enough. I probably should have just had both of those cav charge. Here, I bring the remnants of, like, these dragoons around.
Our men are running, sir.
Charge his rockets. And, he turns around to shoot up my cav, but it's too late. I've killed his rockets. And see, that's the thing. Those rockets, for all the money he spent on them, didn't have a huge effect on this battle, right? And now here, at some point I think he requests like a fast forward, and I give it to that. And then he drops right there. So, good game. Maybe you should have brought a few more units. Trying to go rockets and a couple of super elites doesn't work out so well.